Thank you. Welcome to our OTZROT HAIM shiur. We're doing a review today. We're back after the coronavirus. If you guys remember, we stopped in Shara Nikudim, the Shara of the breaking of the vessels. And I remember I told you guys in the beginning when we were learning, when you learn about the breaking of the vessel, something is going to break. You had a bit too much of a breaking, too much of a break. And so first of all, we're going to review. We got to review because I think that we didn't review while we were in the quarantine and so on and so forth. We were very disconnected at that time. I am not such a big fan of Zoom. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not a fan of Zoom. What can I do? This is what it is. And but I want to also introduce something I think I made a mistake when I first started to teach you guys. Very important. And I learned this. I reviewed this sefer, one of my favorite sefarim, and during the quarantine, right after Passover. Sha'arei Kedusha, the Gates of Holiness of Rav HAIM Vital. This is a must read. It's a very short book, maybe 70 pages, 70 short pages. Short. It's like 30. It's not in English, but don't worry, I could translate for you. I want to get it for all of you guys. And I think it's very important that we start the shiur with a page of this book. And this was my mistake in the beginning. I didn't do it. I jumped straight into the OTZROT HAIM. And, maybe that's why the corona happened. And I want to take a step back and I want to learn this with you guys. I remember when I finished the book again, when I started, I started the book. There is an idea in the anniversary of the death of the tzaddik. You have to learn his book. And there is one tzaddik, or the Ramak, Rav Moshe Cordovero, who was the Mikubal in Tzfat before the Ari. And his Yortzeit is the 23rd of Tammuz. And every day, every Yortzeit of his, I have a minhag to finish his book, Tomar Devora, the palm tree of the Devora. It's a short book. And I said to myself, well, listen, I'm more connected to Rabbi Chaim Vital's Torah than the Ramak. I should finish Sha'arei Kedusha on his day too. And now that I'm home, it's a first opportunity. Now it's a much bigger book, though. Now, why I like this book a lot, because Rabbi Chaim Vital had a mission. What's the point of learning all this, guys? And we have to get this down right.
Be closer to God.
Nice. We need to leave this room on a high. Not on a physical high that affects our spirituality, but rather just the opposite. That we're so high spiritually that our physicality is affected. When you learn this, you have to leave the room and be like, well, I'm going home. I'm going to say Kriyat Shema L'mitah. It's going to be a bomb. You have to, that's how it's supposed to be. Like, you have to feel excited about Avodat Hashem. We're missing the excitement. That's what it means. Vayasken Aharon. We were talking about it in the Shabbat. Aharon lit the menorah. What do you mean? Okay. Rashi says, he lit the menorah. He didn't change what Moses told him. That was the secret. Because he didn't change it, that's why he's great. That means he was so excited. So then what was the greatness? The excitement. We were talking about this. The excitement behind it. You're supposed to be excited. We're excited about so many things. Sometimes I see my kids, my daughter especially, the second one, the middle kid. The middle one always has something. It's like she's different. Yeah, they're different. And she wakes up in the morning, first thing she asks, can I have ice cream? Ice cream. And during the whole day, can I have ice cream? Can I have ice cream? I said, no, you cannot have ice cream. I'm not giving you ice cream. If I would have her excitement for ice cream when I pray, I think I would be a Navi today. I think I would be a Navi. And is that the excitement that the kids have when they see you see ice cream, okay, it's ice cream. But you're supposed to run after that excitement. Okay? That's one thing. First, that's the first thing I want to tell you guys. We need to be excited now, because if we're not excited, we're sitting ducks. We're sitting ducks. I'm telling you the truth. We could be in 3-4 generations keeping Torah and mitzvot umasim tovim, and God forbid, our kids could be walking around with pants outside and doing shtuyot. I keep Shabbat, I'm traditional, I do mitzvot, my father does it. We don't want that. We want every generation to be excited and I think the Bukharian Jews have a special bracha in that. because we did a lot of tzedakah. There is not a street in all of Israel that's called Shchunat HaMorokayim, Shchunat HaKavkazim, Shchunat HaGruzinim, but there is Shchunat HaBukharim. You think it's a joke? It's not a joke. Do you know what they said? All the big Mekubalim, they used to learn Torah in Musayov. They said they felt over there, and you know Musayov, R.Shalom Musayov, may Hashem rest his soul higher and higher in Shamayim, he bought a house and he built it to welcome Mashiach. Mm-hmm. Today's a girls' seminar, but that was his plan.
Churchill.
Yeah, and he called his kid Rachavia. Hashem should make us widen our borders. One thing I always pray in Shemona Yisrael, when I daven, I always say the tefillah of one of the Amoraim. I say, may Hashem widen our gvulot. May He make our borders wide. It should be wide. It should be more talmidim lishmalo. We need the lishma talmidim, not the flappers. May the flappers be unflapped. That's Rav Safra. Rav Safra said that. Elu shelo lishma yiratzon shilmedu lishma. So, okay. So we're starting our review. Let's start from the beginning. What are we learning basically? We're learning how to be connected to Hashem in a state of dvekut. Kabbalah equals dvekut. We want to be davek to Hashem. We want to be glued to Hashem. And that's what the Torah says when it says, Ubo tidbakun. To Him you should stick. In Hebrew, how do you say glue? Devek. You have to be glued to Hashem. Glued. The Gemara says, how are you going to be glued to God? He's God. Be glued through His Torah, to His Talmidei Chachamim. It's a mitzvah to be always, when you're in a shul, you want to sit close to a Talmid Chacham. Rabbi Chacham Ephraim HaKohen Zilcha. I'll show you guys a picture of him one day. He was a big Talmid Chacham in Iraq. All the head of the Mekubalim, when Rav Shimon Agassi, where's Rav Shimon Agassi? This is Rav Shimon Agassi over here. This is Rav Shimon Agassi, Rabbi Yudaftai's Rebbe and friend. When he used to come to the shul, he used to sit to him like this. So Rav Shimon was telling him, hello, like, is there some privacy? Oh, he's like, I can't help myself. Ubotid bakun. I want to glue myself to you. And Rav Shimon Agassi used to, but he was respectful to him, obviously. Not like today, yeah. And if we're complaining, everybody's in the same generation what they deserve. Everyone has that thing. So, first of all, guys, let's start from the beginning. Hashem has no name. He has no name. If you give Him a name, you give Him a boundary. If you say God is loving, it's Avodah Zarah. If you say God is strength, it's Avodah Zarah. God is everything. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is everything. God doesn't have a boundary. The same way He's angry at you in the Navi, you read, He wants to rip you. 2 lines later, I love you. I want you. You see what was going on? It was this multiple personalities. Hashem is everything. Hashem is everything. Just the way, if you believe Hashem is angry at you 100%, believe at the same moment Hashem loves you 100%. It's very hard to do because we are beings we're finite. We have a boundary. We comprehend boundaries. That's why a Navi has to let his soul release from his body. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants to share Himself with us. We are all part of Hashem. But if we're part of Hashem, Hashem has parts. Hashem wills our existence. And I'm going to end the whole conversation with that. That means we only exist because Hashem... He wills it. Right. And only He could do that. That's enough. We don't need more than that. That's the Rebbe Rashab said that.
So the Navi has to be so out of his body, right?
What?
So the Navi has to
We're not talking about Nevi'im right now.
I'm just saying, isn't the whole goal to intertwine, not to separate?
No. Our goal is for the soul to release from the body and then come back down and give to the body what it saw. Remember, in last week's parasha, what did God tell Aaron HaKohen? B'chalom adaber bo. Why would the Navi 90% of the time see the prophecy in a dream? Because that's the easiest time when your soul separates from your body. It means you don't have to work for it. Start meditating for 2 hours and release. You're sleeping. You're released. You understand what I'm saying? So b'halom adaber bo, I speak to you through dreams. Hashem decided to make a round number to reveal himself, Gabriel. There's 10 revealments. They're called Keter, Chokhmah, Bina, Chesed, Givura, Tiferet, Netzach, Hod, Yesod, and Malchut. This is what we call, we were created in God's image, quote unquote. In what image? In the image that He created to reveal Himself. That's all it means. You're with me? Mm-hmm. This 10 Sefirot are made in the image. We are made in this image. This is our head. This is our brain. So we have the head, the Gulgolet. We have the brain. We have right hand, left hand. We have the body. We have right leg.
Right thigh, no?
Right leg. Left leg. The Brit. The Brit has his own thing. And we have the Malchut. That's where we do the Brit Milah. That's the crown of the Brit. Okay? So when Hashem said that He created us in His image. In what image? In the image of His revealment. Make sense?
Like He said,
let us make man in our image. What if? Who's speaking to over here? The 10 Sefirot are giving themselves over to man. That means we're like this because we're created in this image. That's why one of the biggest kavanot is called Maaseh HaMerkava. Before you start Shemona Yisrael or HaOTZROT or Baruch She'amar, there's 4 levels of tefillah. You have to imagine yourself like this. And there's kavanot for that. For example, the head is God's name, Yud Kei Vav Kei, all in kamatz. The right side of the brain is Keneged Chokhmah. Right? This is Chokhmah. Keter Chokhmah. That's God's name, Yud Kei Vav Kei, in a patach. Patach, we learned this in Nikudim. I don't know if you guys remember. That's Chokhmah. Bina, our left side, is what? In Tzere, Havaya Tzere. We have Chesed, that's Havaya Segol. This is Havaya Yud Kei Vav Kei in Shva. That's our left hand. Body is Yud Kei Vav Kei with a Cholam. You understand? Having this kavanah constantly, especially during tefillah, it prepares your body to receive the shefa. It prepares your body to, if you don't have this kavanah, you receive the shefa because it's coming now, but you don't comprehend it. So it might come down, you might go outside in the street and you might see somebody you don't really like and somebody will tell you, hi, how are you? Oh, why did he say that to me right now? Like, why is he so nice to me right now? Because you just had the kavanah, you just didn't comprehend the shefa. Somebody else will have that kavanah, suddenly have a chidush Torah. Somebody else will have the kavanah, suddenly be successful in business day. So the shefa comes down in different ways. You understand? So we have to know how to translate it. Every time the shefa comes down, it comes down for the best of us. It means we're getting this because that's the best possible scenario we could live right now. Okay? These are the 10 Sefirot. They're called Keter, Chokhmah, Bina, Chesed, Givura, Tiferet, Netzach, Hod, Yesod, and Malchut. Now, but the Ari HaKadosh explains to us that really these 10 Sefirot come in 2 forms. One is what we just learned. That's called Olamot HaYosher. When the worlds are standing in a straight way, that means from top to bottom. And the second way, it's better to be used, that's true. And the second way is to see the Olamot in Igulim. In the circular ways, like an onion. Give me the bag. Where's the bag? There's the spray there.
Don't worry, she popped up.
Is the igulim. How does that work, Rabotai? We're standing here on just lamshi lachem mashal, to give you guys a mashal. We're standing here in the world, in Earth. The Earth is in layers.
Yeah.
That's called igulim. But we're standing on a straight way. We're Olamot HaYosher. That means we're the 10 Sefirot of Olam HaAsiyah. You're the revelation of God over here. You understand what I'm saying? The angels are the revelation of God in the world of Yetzirah. The Hechalot, the Kisei HaKavod, are revelations of God in Olam HaBriah. And the Sfirot are the revelations of God in the Olam HaAtzilut. You understand? So we are a part of Hashem.
Very low part.
But we are. And in this level, we are His revelation with something we call Bechira Chofshit. Free will. How does that work? So first of all, we talk about Igulim v'Yosher. Every world has Igulim v'Yosher. What worlds? We just talked about 10 Sfirot. Are you jumping to worlds? Yes. So let's get this down straight. For once and for all, and we're going to know this. We're going to be good on it. We're going to review and review and review until we're going to dream about it. Then don't say, I'm dreaming about you dream about it because we're talking about it, alright? Gemara Masechet Berachot. So first of all, we have the world called Ak. Ak. That means the Ein Sof Baruch Hu, Shtabach Shemo La'ad. The first step in His revealment, that means the first vessel, is called Ak. Yes. Now it's interesting, if you take Ak, what do you get? 101. Right? 100 is Samech Mem. 101 is Michal. Right? But that's not enough to make us, because He wants to make us. He wants to reveal Himself in the whole Chalal. Not just in the beginning. So then it gets more diluted. And it turns into, what's the next word after Ak?
Yeah.
World, not Partsuf. Atzilut. Atzilut gets more diluted. Turns into Bria. It's the same thing. But you're looking at it through different binoculars now.
Colored lenses.
That means I could look at you in this world, Gavriel. You look like this. When I'm going to see you in the world of Yetzirah, I could see you, but with wings. Example. And in Bria, I'm going to see you with wings and with, I don't know. A halo. And then in Atzilut, I could see just your name. Gimel, Bet, Reish, Yud, Aleph, Lav. You're the same thing, but with different binoculars. Okay? So Atzilut, we have then Bria, Yetzirah, and Asiya. And every one of these worlds, we have Igulim and Yosher. 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 How many Igulim? Let's say, for example, 10. Keter, Chokhmah, Binah, Chesed, Gevurah, Tiferet, Netzach, Hod Yisod, Malchut. Also over here. Keter, Chokhmah, Binah, Chesed, Gevurah, Tiferet, Keter, Chokhmah, Binah, Chesed, Malchut. Because that is the revelation of God. The full. That's why we have 10 fingers, 10 toes, 10 parts. So what we just counted, the 10 parts. When we count, what's a whole number? The whole 10. By tens we count. It's a whole. You ever think about yourself? We count by tens. How come a week is not 10? It's an amazing question. And the whole world counts a week. How much? 7. Where the heck did they get that from? Atheists. They all believe the 7. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know. It's all from the Torah. Everything. Torah emet, Moshe emet.
The Persians wanted to change it.
What?
The Persians wanted to change it.
Where are they now? So So we have 10 spheres. Everything's 10 spheres. Igulim, Yosher, Igulim. Now, what's the relationship between the Igulim and Yosher? What's the relationship? Igulim compared to Yosher is Nefesh. Nefesh is the lowest level. It's an acceptor. Yosher is what? A giver. That's why Ashkenazim, in their wedding, they have the woman as going as a woman, even though she's standing straight like us. But really, what is she in her essence? She's an acceptor. She's igulim. Compared to the man, she's igulim. We're, compared to her, Yosher. And we, men and women, compared to the whole universe, what are we? We're Yoshers. We're giving to the universe. We are filling the universe by our mitzvot and by our averot. So we have 10 sefirot. Now, here is the punch. So we have how many olamot, guys? 5 olamot. How many sefirot in each? 10 in each. 10 igulim, 10 yosher. The Zohar Kadosh says, the OTZROT HAIM says, first, it's the first page of HAIM, you guys remember? All of our Kabbalah of the Ariyah Kadosh only talks in the Yosher. That's all we talk. We don't talk about the Igulim. We don't talk about the Igulim. We only talk about the Yosher. So you have this concept of what's Igulim, and you have this concept of what's Yosher. Now I wanted to give you guys something very beautiful. In Igulim, for example, so we have 10 Igulim, right? Keter, Chokhmah, Bina, and so on and so forth. What's the biggest Igul? What's the highest level Igul? Keter. And where is it? It's the outside. It's the most outside, right? And Yosher is just the opposite. The more inside you are, this is Keter. This is Chokhmah. This is Bina. This is Za. This is Nok. So who's the most inside? The Keter. That means he's the most not revealed. And Igulim is just the opposite. Who's the most revealed? The Keter. The Arich. Right? The Keter. That's why, and what's the greatest mashal I gave you guys? Men and women, right? If we're Yosher, how do men like to act when we go to a party, when we go to a place? We're very big introverts suddenly, right? We're hiding within ourselves. We don't like to show ourselves, right? We scan the room, we find our spot, and we're not that till we open up. The women are just the opposite, right? They start from the outside. Men start from the inside. That's why when we learn Gemara, it's very important when you teach Gemara or you teach anything, men have to learn from the inside out. You learn from the book to the out. Women are not like that. They like to hear everything from the outside in. Because women represent, and if you see a woman that's just the opposite, then maybe it's a bit of a switcheroo. Okay? So that means the Zachar, he's tzniut. He's naturally tzanua. The male. That's why we don't have a mitzvah in the Torah, like specifically cover your hair, It's natural for us. We like to be covered. But a woman is just the opposite. They gotta get the mitzvah. Because they don't like that. They want to be naturally revealed. Okay? So, that's for the Igulim. That's for the Yosher. So the Yosher Igulim is Zachar, Nekeva, giver and etc. We, all the OTZROT HAIM, HAIM deal about which Sefirot? Yosher or Igulim? Yosher.
Male aspect.
Only the male aspect. Only the giver. Now, in the giver itself, we have the giver and the taker. What are they? Keter. Keter is always a giver. It's always Zachar. We don't see the Nekeva in Keter. Because that's the meaning of Keter. Keter just means one king. One crown. That's it. But when we have Chokhmah and Bina, what do we have already? A giver and a taker. We have the giver and we have the taker. Chokhmah and Bina. Now we have Chesed, Givura, Tiferet, Netzach, Hod, Yesod. The next 6 Sefirot. Chesed till Yesod. It's all what? Zachar. It's all a giver. It's a Zachar. Then we have to the Malchut. Malchut. Right? They give it to the Shekhinah, this is the aspect of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, which we call Shekhinah. Right? Very bad. This is the Malchut. Right? That's the Nekeva. So we have Keter doesn't have Zachar Nekeva. We don't see that because Keter means Ayin. Ayin, it's a special name for Keter, means I don't comprehend it. Right? I don't comprehend it. Then we Chokhmah and Bina, Zachar Abba ve'ima. Chesed till Yesod Za, Malchut Nuk. Malchut is the Nukva. We have to give to the Nukva, to the Shechina, to the. We represent, men represent the Zachar. Women represent in this world the Nikeva. The more complete you are in the Zachar phase, the more complete automatically the Nikeva is. Our job as Ovdei Hashem is to reach the level. Now, HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave us the power. Since we're made in 10 Sefirot, we have the power to jumpstart all the engines. Get what I'm saying? So by going forward and saying, Hashem, I'm jump-starting all the engines. I'm going from Yitzirah to Bria to Atzilut. Once I'm in Atzilut, everything just is automatic. Because where did the breaking happen? Where we end off? Where did the breaking happen? In Atzilut. So once I fix Atzilut, once I go up, Aliyat Man, I do the Man, Mayin Ukvin, automatically I get a straight reaction, Mayin Duchri. That's the meaning of Midah, Keneged Midah. Everything that I'm doing, I'm getting a complete reaction for it. Okay? So that's where we're going to end for today. Amen. We'll see you guys next week. Shkoyach.